the title came from Sam Reed and the recording session for This Is Your Life. Before we started recording, she sat down on the stool in front of the mic and was just like, I just really need to figure out who I am in this space before recording this song. And she just kind of like sat down, like shook it off, like read the song a little bit and did a couple vocal exercises. And she said, okay, I know who I am. And then I looked over at Keisha, shout out to Keisha, and was just like, because it just hit me in a certain way. I know who I am. But it was figuring out who I was in that space, in that environment, and trying to just be as comfortable as I could, like, with how I'm fitting into everything. It all started with the pandemic, like putting everything into perspective, like you never know when things are just gonna end again. So I realized that time is finite and that I have these things that I wanna do and there's no reason that I shouldn't be doing them. So I just gathered a whole bunch of artists together that I really appreciated at the time and decided I was gonna make something very special. That was the freedom of this creative process. I didn't have anything like set in stone when I started for it. I knew that I wanted to work with a whole bunch of different songwriters, singers, rappers, whoever would be down. This allowed me to stretch my mind. And the more I did it, the more the nerves went away. The more I realized that I really had nothing to be nervous about in the first place, because I'm very particular in my way, and I knew that if I wanted to do it, I would do anything possible to do so. On a whim one day, I just sent the album to Reese Williams, who is the ambassador for the label, and she listened to it and loved it instantly. And from there, different things were just arranged to a point where they all expressed interest and went ahead and signed me, and everything that they've done so far has advanced everything even more. The first song that ended up staying on the album was Proud Like a Pendant, and I knew that it was staying because the reception from everybody was just crazy, like probably crazier than any song that I've ever released, to a point where I had a friend just send me a text message of herself in tears after listening to it. Like, that's far beyond anything that I've ever gotten from anybody as far as a reaction. And after letting all of my closest friends listen to it, I knew that this would be the one where people would really, really invest time in listening to the album. Like, it set the tone for everything. Doe Eyes really, really shined on this one. A lot of people are gonna be talking about Not Too Late and Proud Like a Pendant. Like, Doe Eyes, she just did such an incredible job with both of those songs that people won't be able to help talking about it. Fine is gonna be one of them. Just because, as I said before, like, everybody's familiar with me doing hip hop, and this is the perfect merge of both worlds. And Chance and Mike put their whole hearts into this, and Matt White just like shone a light on everything. Like, in a hard time, his words would be able to just make people like a little more optimistic when they need to be. Yeah, the album comes out June 2nd on Shockoe Records. You can pre-order it now on shockoerecords.com. And when you hear it, tell me what you think. And if you come on June 1st to Gallery 5, doors open at 7:30, you'll be able to get the album a few hours early.